Yuhong Lee of Chinese Taipei making his way to the ring, boxed in the Asian Youth Championships in 2019. Turns 20 on Sunday. So a young fighter, VAHE Badalyan of Armenia, coming into the blue corner.
We now bring your attention to the ring A, where we present you the bout number 199 in the men's
Bantamweight Gallen will be up against Javali Breedy in the next round, by the way. That could be a very, very good fight. Really could. Those are two fighters who like to bring it by the looks of the pair of them. We'll have an orthodox against a southpaw. I don't think they're going to have to go looking for each other much.
And now, coming to the ring first, fighting out of the red corner, the boxer representing the Republic of Korea, Kim In-kyu. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the blue corner of the ring, the boxer representing the Republic of Kazakhstan, Mahmoud Sabirkhan.
Quite a slight look to Yuhong Lee. Tall, slender. Appearances can be deceptive in the boxing ring. Never ever want to judge a book by its cover. He does look quite fresh-faced. Badalyan of Armenia in the blue corner, and every reason that Yuhong Lee would look fresh-faced. As I said, he turns 20 on Sunday, so he's a young man boxing out of the orthodox stance. Badalyan there, southpaw, hands low there from the fighter in red. Badalyan, centre of the ring at the moment. Good jab. Southpaw jab just ruffles the hair there of Lee. Left hand there from Badalyan. Arcing left hand, gets through. Looking to let go with the right hand there, Lee, but missed by distance.
Ring A, round one.
Just creeping in there, Badalyan, creeping forward with that front foot. And at the minute he's managing to get his lead foot outside Lee's lead foot. And that's what the coaching manual will tell you that you need to do. Straight left hand there from Badalyan. As I said, he's just shuffling in, You look at that front foot there, it just kind of inches forward. When he gets close enough, he'll look to throw that left hand. He doesn't really jab. He just pokes with that lead right hand just to try and measure to see how close he is, to see whether he's within range to let that left go. That was more of a jab. He snapped that a little bit more, but generally speaking, just look at that lead hand there. That's what he's looking to do with it. Shaping with that left there, didn't let it go. Lee, for his part, I think he's waiting a little bit too long. He's got a slightly longer reach on him. And as he creeps in there, Badalyan, when he gets into range for Lee, Lee needs to throw that jab himself. Jab 1-2. He can't allow Badalyan just to, as I say, just shuffle in and punch when he wants to punch. And set up that left hand. It's the final 30 seconds of the round. Not that much has been landed here, but it's Badalyan who looks like the boss because, as I say, he's taking that space. He just looks like he's in charge, basically. Now, as for who wins the round, that comes down to who lands the greater amount of scoring punches, who does the better punching. But in a round where no one's really landed all that much, left hand there from Badalyan, I would say that he has landed more, Badalyan, but in a round where no one's landed all that much, how it looks, if you like, the ring craft aspect to it matters. So that's a blue corner round, I would say. And he gets it. Good left hand there. So into the second round, I think he's got to be slightly more proactive here, Yoo-Hung Lee. Doesn't need to be super aggressive or gung-ho necessarily, but he can't allow Badalyan to dictate terms. He's got to try and get on the front foot a little bit more himself. Just let his hands go more. Throw that jab, throw that 1-2. Doesn't mean taking massive risks, but in that first round, pretty much what happened really was that Badalyan, as I was describing, would just inch forward with that front foot, bit by bit, get closer and closer, measure for that left hand with that lead right, and then let it go. And Yoo-Hung Lee just kind of let him do it. Strong left hand to the body there from Badalyan. Lee did though shoot back with a right there. Counter left hand. Lee led off with the right that time, and he got countered. That's just a risk he's going to have to take. Left to the body from Badalyan is a good shot. Steps in with a jab, a stiff jab that time. Haven't seen too much of that. Looking for the big left. He's just going after Lee a bit here, the Armenian. I think he's decided that there's not really anything coming back that is going to worry him. He's had a really good look for the first half of the fight, and almost as soon as we hit 1 minute 30 in the second round, he's just upped the tempo. Little feint with the front foot there from Badalyan. Neither one of these two is all that experienced at this level. Nice snappy jab again there from Badalyan. He's used that as a weapon a couple of times, and it is just really interesting how a switch has just been flicked here for Badalyan, and he's now boxing a lot more aggressively than he was before. As I say, almost as soon as we got into the second half of the fight, he's upped it. And Lee just backing up bit by bit by bit because he's being made to. Just hanging on the ropes there, Lee. Eventually flicks out the lead left hand, but Badalyan just moves across the ring. Left hand to the body. Final few seconds of the round, and this will be another round for the blue corner. So clear water between Badalyan and Lee, 20 points to 18. Oh, 10-8 in there actually from Morocco. So 4 20 points to 18 and 1 20 points to 17 on the cards. Good left to the body, strong left to the head we saw just before that. Good left to the body. And again there you just see Lee give some ground.
This is your third and final round.
So third and final round. Badalyan of Armenia in the blue, Lee of Chinese Taipei in the red, and Badalyan has 2 rounds to the good here. It's been comfortable for him, actually. Lee's inexperienced, and it's showing. He just doesn't really have the confidence here to try and turn the tide, to try and do something a little bit different. He was slightly more aggressive at the start of the second round, but when he did open up, he did get caught. I said at the time that that's just a risk he's going to have to take, but it's a risk he's kind of preferring not to take, as it turns out. Left hand there from Badalyan, who set about him in the second half of the round, and we may see him do that again in this third and final round. He doesn't need to, though. He's in a commanding lead, and there's a lot of boxing to do for him in this competition yet if he goes deep into it, which of course he'll be hoping to do. Nice jab there from him. So really he just needs to just keep doing what he's doing for the remaining 90 or so seconds, and he's going to cruise through to the next stage, where he will fight the winner of our next fight, which is between Sanzai Saidekmartov of Kyrgyzstan and Manuel Chusin of Ecuador. Straight left hand there again from Badalyan. Leads off with the right. Haven't seen him do that all that much, not with a hook anyway. And this has been very comfortable for him. Very comfortable. Left hand there just gets through. He's got those gloves lowly, and he just didn't manage to pull the head back or take the feet back, and got hit with that wide left. So final few seconds of the round, and VAHE Badalyan is going to cruise through to the next stage, boxing for Armenia. He's barely had a glove laid on him in that 9 minutes, and he was out of his depth there, Yu Hung Lee, quite simply. I don't want to be too unkind to the fighter in the red corner, but he's not of sufficient standard to be in this kind of competition. So Badalyan goes through, and a couple of 10-8s there from the Moroccan judge. Everybody else satisfying themselves with 10-9s, 3 rounds to 0 from all 5 judges. And it was very straightforward for the Armenian fighting, very straightforward. Bigger test to come for him, but he'll be happy with that. Get out under the lights into the full glare of the Stark Arena. Get a win under your belt. Next we've got Sanzai Saidekmartov of Kyrgyzstan up against Manuel Chusin of Ecuador. Both of them national champions.